everyone! Welcome to the Forest of Memories. I'm Zaruk Windcaller, Guardian, High Remembrancer, Arbiter, Reminiscing Bard of Twilight, and welcome once again to Pokemon Platinum. So, a few things to note. Aside from that, two things. One, Snoodle will be joining us for this one. And secondly, as y'all probably noticed, Morgana has changed her position. There is a reason for that. But with that said, well, there it is. I apologize in advance if the thing doesn't work as it should. I had to do a lot of spaghetti coding to basically get this to work. But yeah, now we have a ghost in the background. So yeah. Hello, Mike. Hello, everyone. Let me go get... Give me a second. Okay, I'm back.
Bigger. Nice job spoiling the little surprise, huh?
Oh, it's fine. They would have figured it out.
It doesn't look like it was planned, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, people would have figured it out. Anyway, let's see. This is Maylene, if I remember correctly. I think that's her name.
Which one are you on? Yeah, that's Maylene.
Yeah, it's Maylene.
Oh, God, no, not bald mode. Please, no, turn it off.
Oh, did I press the Z button?
Yes.
Oh, I did? Okay, what's fixed now?
Yes, oh my God, that, please no, that, it's bald
yeah, I know
mode
it's cursed. I know. Anyway, trying to think. So, we're going up against fighting, it's mostly fighting types, Marco, but I know she's got some psychic types too. Because I think Medicham is a psychic type.
Fighting psychic, yeah.
Yeah. Bold and foolish.
Bruh.
Just gonna save real quick.
What an absolute bruh moment.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got... Let's see. Wait, hang on. But... Oh, yeah. You bump into Crasher Wake, but you don't see him till later. Right. Okay. Yeah, I know. Flying and psychic types.
Unfortunately, my view on the stream is delayed, so...
It's okay.
Well, yeah. Now, whatever.
Let's see. Let's see. We should probably start with a fighting type then. Or a flying type. And we'll work from there.
I remember, like, when I was playing Ultra Sun online with some friends, like, we would battle in singles, but, like, one of them was just so frustrated because they couldn't kill my Primal Groudon.
Yeah. Also, hey, Jaeger, sorry to hear, bud. I'm basically on admin leave. Oh, well, thank you for gifting a sub to Red Mage. And yeah, I'm on admin leave till September 30th, so I keep getting PTO, or annual leave, and I keep getting paid, but I'm just technically just not there anymore, so... Anyway, just gonna hit you.
I am in the middle of prep for transferring to uni.
Yeah. You'll do great.
Thanks. It's still a little nerve-wracking, though, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, of course. Also, remember, everyone, if anyone ever asks, why are flying types effective against fighting types, remember, have you ever tried to punch a bird? No, that's literally how I remember. As one of my friends told me, have you ever tried to punch a bird?
That's a funny way of explaining it.
What exactly happened?
Have you ever tried to punch a bird? That's good.
Have you ever... What exactly happened? Not much. Like, it... Basically, a few months ago, a lot... Because I used to work... I was working at... Well, technically, I still am. Working a federal job. Basically, a... You know, because... Okay. Let me just... Hold on. Let me get up here and give y'all... Where's the... I thought I would. Hang on. Okay. Super short version. For the last few months, in the U.S. government, they've been trying to cut costs from a lot of stuff so they could save money. One of those ways was to do what's called a DRP program, which is a deferred resignation program. The idea is basically that it's a way to get people to leave or retire. And the thought, I'm not going to go into the thought process behind it because it's stupid, but the idea is that it was meant for people to basically be like, hey, you can walk away from the job. You'll basically be on administrative leave until this date. And until that date, you will keep getting paid. You'll keep getting your insurance and you'll keep getting your leave. But come, in this case, September 30th, it'll be as if you resigned from the job. Now, for
A load of
me,
bullshit.
well, it sounds like it. But the reason I took it was, as for those of you who've been in the streams and have heard me talk about my job, I loved my job, but I couldn't stand the corruption and kind of the hypocrisy with the supervisors and the leadership, especially after someone in your leadership on your very first week tells you that you were accused of sexual harassment by somebody, which is a
What?
fucking yeah. I'm not going into
I'm
detail
sorry, what? How did okay, first of all, why would they pick you? And second of all, why would that even come to mind?
because they picked me because I was the new guy. And the reason that came to mind is because it's a control tactic. It's literally meant to drive wedges between whoever they tell and then the people around them, so you won't talk to people. So you won't group up with other people. They want to keep you split apart and separate from everyone. They don't want you to trust anyone. And the thing is, naturally, duh, because it doesn't really work on me. One, because I'm not a sexual deviant. But the other thing about it is, before I started working at that job, I was right next door. So them saying, "Oh, you were accused of sexual harassment your last job." I'm like, "Bullshit. My last job was literally right next door. I can go right next door and get 5 or 6 people who can verify that that's not true." But the point is that, yeah, it turns out no, it was a lie from the supervisor just to keep the subordinates from working together, because she's kind of a bitch like that. And naturally, because that could literally ruin my life if it got out, false, because it's a false accusation. I went to went to a higher up. We don't have an HR department. So I went to a higher up and I was told, "Oh, we'll look into it." But here's the problem. The thing about a federal job is that once you get in and you've been in for a while, it is very, very hard to get rid of you. Not to mention the fact that because there's a hiring freeze, which basically means that no new federal jobs can be hired for. This means this is a big deal, because this means if a federal employee leaves, you can't replace them. In fact, every federal institution, from the government to, the military bases to all that stuff, if people leave until September, you can't hire anybody. And it's this whole idea of that, oh, it'll save the government money. No, it won't. Because surprise, surprise, so many people have left because they don't trust the government, and because it was such a panic-inducing first 3 months that it's like, oh, shit, we need people back, but we can't rehire them because we're not allowed to hire anybody. So, womp womp.
Nice fucking going,
So womp womp, I took the money and ran. Everyone I talked to was like, take the money and run. Just take it and run. And I wasn't the only one. Another person like me decided to walk away, and 2 other people retired. So yeah, that library where I work now lost 4 people, which hurts because they were already straining for people, but not my problem. And the good news is for me, good, quote unquote, is that come September 30th, if the job opening is if the job's still empty where I was, I can literally apply to go back. And they already told me they'd take me back if I did. So,
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
yeah, so that's what's going on. Like, I'm basically getting paid and my insurance is taken care of until the end of September, but I'm still looking for other stuff, just in case. Anyway, back to the game. And yes, most, not all, but most, like 95% of HR departments are evil. They're there for the company, not you. So
Rook plays Pokemon and then goes on tangent about U.S. economics.
I mean, you haven't been to a lot of my streams, then I go off on weird-ass tangents.
Yeah. Okay, fair, that's true. I get busy, man. Please don't patronize me.
Yeah. Yeah, not my circus, not my problem. Yeah, basically. I feel bad for my coworker, though, because back in March, originally it was our supervisor, me, and 2 other people. In March, we lost one of our employees who left because, like, she and her boyfriend were both federal employees, and she told us, she's like, everything's so unstable right now, we need stability, so I'm gonna leave and go find other work. Which she did. She took another job offer somewhere else, and she left. And then I took this thing, which means that our last, worker there is all alone, having to put up with bullshit, but she's actually really good at her job. So much so that she could probably do our supervisor's job if she wanted to. But naturally, they're not going to fire and remove the supervisor. Oh, and remember how I said I couldn't stand the, like the politics and the corruption? Yeah, my supervisor doesn't know what the fuck she's doing in that job at all. Like, even after being there for almost a year and a half, she still didn't know how to do a lot of the stuff. And the reason she even got the job in the first place, get this, is because there was a guy, there was like a lead guy. He was there right when I got there. It's this lead guy that everyone fucking hated. He was one of the department heads. Everyone hated him because he was an asshole, he didn't do anything, and he looked down on everyone. And so when he finally retired, naturally because everyone hated him, didn't respect him, and wanted him to piss off, he basically decided, okay, since you guys don't like me, rightfully deserved, I'm gonna stick you with this supervisor that's basically a kiss ass for me. She doesn't know shit, but you're gonna be stuck with her. So it was literally a middle finger to everyone as he walked out the door. So I'll tell y'all right now, anyone who tells you that there's, there's jobs out there that don't have politics, no, that's a lie. Every job has power plays and politics. Every job. Hi, Wolfie. And yes, Bo and Tara.
I can't wait to go to work.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Like, I'm talking, like, at federal level where everyone's trying to, we're at federal level where getting promoted or getting paid more every year is all determined by a supervisor writing a good review of you. It's why so many people don't like their supervisors there. Hey, Wolfie, what's up?
Understandable.
Let's see. Ain't she the one who kept trying to print emails? Yes, that's my supervisor who kept trying to print emails.
Are you actually fucking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not. I'm not. She literally tried to print emails.
Are you sure we can't try and get her sent to a mental asylum?
No. And and the worst part is anytime before I got there, anytime the coworkers tried to bring up, with the higher ups like, hey, she doesn't have any digital literacy, she doesn't understand this stuff, or they told her, hey, you're doing it wrong, you need to do it this way, said supervisor would just go running to the higher ups claiming, let's see, the check boxes of sexism, ageism, racism, because she's old, Asian, and a lady. So, yeah, no. The funniest, probably the only, I've got good memories with my coworkers, but the funniest thing about all that I will hold to my heart because of how much joy it brought me was when she got all up in my face about how she didn't like how blunt I was or how, direct I was, or how when I was focused on a job, how I would, raise my voice at people and sounded so disinterested. And I told her, I'm like, yeah, because I'm on the spectrum. That's what happens when we really concentrate. And that moment of, oh shit, I'm about to get fired, crossed her face. Because if I didn't say that, I literally could have gone to civilian services and been like, hey, my supervisor's discriminating against me because of a mental disorder. But no, I didn't know that till later, but I was like, hey, I'm on the spectrum, so don't treat me like that. And to her credit... But here's the interesting thing. To her credit, and it's the only good piece of PR I'm going to give her, to her credit, she actually listened. She actually listened and tried to understand, and does understand what it's like for people on the spectrum. Most other supervisors would just wave it off and say, okay, whatever, I don't care. No, she listened, and she understood. So I'll give her that much, but that's the bare minimum.
Well, at least there's that.
Yeah.
All right, allow me to play a clip through the microphone that perfectly sums up my reaction.
Go ahead.
Unacceptable!
Yeah,
Condition! Unacceptable!
Yes, exactly. But see, here's the problem. This is a fun fact for everybody. Here's the problem with federal workplaces. The issue with a federal workplace is that you have to maintain at all times, you need to maintain a very, a good structure of leadership and individuals. If there's too many higher-ups, nothing gets done because they keep clashing with each other. Case in point, the director of the library where I work, and I can say that because I'm technically still working there, even though I'm not there. The library where I work, she's not... now, what she is she's a good negotiator. She's good with talking with people, and she's good working, you know, with like military people and other stuff like that. She's good at that. She's not good at dealing with other employees. Not good at that at all. She thinks she knows everything. And when you think you know everything and you're the director, this basically means that you, like in her case, she basically gave herself unlimited power. Case in point. Noodle, let's say you're in charge of a part of a business, basically. Let's say you're in charge of all incoming employees. That means you manage their training, you do this, you do that. Okay. Now, with that in mind, that means in a logical world, that would mean your responsibility would also be, if these new employees are not up to code, you are the one responsible for firing them because they're under your purview. Not in this library. The person, even if there are multiple, and there are multiple branches in that library, like circulation, reference, electronic service, all that stuff. The director gets final say on everything. Even the heads of those departments do not have the authority to fire somebody. It has to be cleared with the director, which, okay, fair. You should have to clear it, but to basically say, yeah, no, I don't care what your position is. You only get to fire someone if I say so. That's straight up corruption. So, but whatever.
I swear to God, if you explained this to somebody who was already struggling with their job, they would crash out.
Probably. But here's the thing. I'm not even working, and this is already pissing me off. Yeah. What I've learned is that there's no point in getting frustrated or angry while you're at your job. You can come back and, like, in private or here on stream where people don't know who I am. Yeah, I'm definitely going to vent about my job, but I'm not going to give names. I'm not going to dox anybody or any of that stuff, because I know for a fact that most people nowadays of the current generations, there's this, everyone probably knows this, there's this weird mindset swap among the current generations, where younger generations just say, it's just a job. It is just so I can get food on the table, just so I can, you know, live. It is not something I'm dedicated to. I owe this company or these people nothing, basically.
It's not what that job is, though. Sometimes it's more than just your job. Sometimes it's your career. Sometimes it's your life. Sometimes, in a few cases, it's your passion.
Yep. And in that case,
I'm chasing an art degree, which is my passion.
Yeah.
My job is going to be my fucking passion, and I'm going to love it.
Yeah, and good for you. But unfortunately, not everyone
gets that.
Not everyone gets that opportunity. And what's so funny to me is this weird mindset among all these older people who keep thinking they're like, wait, you're not loyal to your company? You don't care about your... No, we don't. Because the companies don't care about you. That's the thing. They don't care. They're never going to care. So literally most young people, if you ask them, just say, if it's not like a passion thing for them, it's like, they just say, it's just a job. I literally do it just so I don't starve to death, basically. And yeah. And if my grandfather was still alive, he would despise that, because my grandfather was one of those guys who, his whole view on it is, if the company doesn't take care of its employees, then the company doesn't deserve to exist. Period.
Okay, fair argument.
Yeah, Granddad was a Granddad loved everyone at his company. Let me put it this way. I think I've told a lot of y'all this story, but if I haven't, if you want to know what kind of man my grandfather was, this is the man who, upon building, like drawing up the map for his new car business, basically his car dealership, he looked at a map, like a grid basically of where everyone was going to be, and basically told everyone, hey, when he was writing the thing, he's like, whenever we get, for every female employee we have, all of their parking spots, their assigned parking, will be under a street light. Because I want to make sure they're safe if they have to go home at night. I want there to be cameras, and I want there to be street lights so people can see what happens.
That has got to be one of the most clever decisions I've ever heard.
Yeah. He's also the same guy who, if you want to know what his character was like, this is the same man who... just to give you a good, best example of it, one of the lead mechanics, this was years ago, before I knew anybody there, and while my grandfather was still alive, one of the lead mechanics got into medical trouble. Some of his family needed medical attention. and he wasn't making enough money working for my grandfather. He didn't want to leave my grandfather's dealership because my grandfather was a good guy, gave him the job, and looked out for him. So he told my grandfather, he's like, Mr. Z, and this Mr. Zaruk, I'm not going to give you his actual name. He's like,
Understandable.
Yeah, I might have to leave because my family's in trouble and I need to make more money. And my grandfather, sat the guy down just in public, in the mechanic shop and told him, well, Donnie, what can I give you to make sure you'll stay? And he told him, well, Mr. Z, I don't need much. I just need to make a bit more money. I'm not an absurd amount, just enough that I can cover my family's medical bills. My grandfather looked him dead in the eye and said, okay, well, here's a compromise. I will double your pay. Yes, you heard that right. He's like, I will double your pay on the grounds that, one, you stay here and work for me, but also from now on until the day you die or the day you retire, if any of my family brings their cars in here, my sons, my wife, my daughter-in-laws, my grandchildren, I don't care. If they bring a car in here for repairs, that car becomes your priority. You are to drop everything else and you will work on that car. We got a deal? And he was like, yes, sir. And he's still there. Years after a decade after my grandfather passed, he's still there. And he told me when I worked there years ago, he's like, that's why I stayed. Because your grandfather doubled my pay and told me, go look after your family. He goes, and all I want in return is just do something for me. So
that is incredible.
Mm-hmm. This
My
is all
God, why can't more people be like that?
because because of money, basically. Or they think that they're better than everyone else. So they don't want to be on that level. Let me put it this way. This is the same man who, if you go to that car dealership today, there are
It's finally Maylene time.
Yeah, there are photos of him everywhere. But the best part about it is that there are photos of my grandfather in a button-down white polo in khaki pants, and you'd think, oh, pictures of him in his office? No, pictures of him with his personal pressure washer out clearing, like pressure washing the parking lot, because he loved that pressure washer. He would use any excuse to take it out and go use it. And
okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and what's great is that some of the secretaries who worked there would always ask me, they're like, why does your grandfather like that pressure washer so much? And I would always tell them, it's a guy thing. You don't get it. You'd never get it. It's a guy thing. This is also the same guy who, when one of the salesmen came and gave him bad news, that salesman told me, he was like, Zaruk, I thought I was gonna die, because no one likes bringing bad news to the big boss man. But I came in there, gave him the bad news. Then he looks me dead in the eye and says, Andy, sit down with me. And I thought I was fucked, because I thought my job just went out the door. But instead, your grandfather looks at me and says, let's talk for a bit. Sir, you heard me, let's just talk for a bit. He goes, and he told me, he goes like, I swear to God, Zaruk, your grandfather literally just sat there with me and we just talked for an hour about family, about what was going on, about everything. It wasn't work related. He just wanted to talk. He was bored and he wanted someone to talk to. So that's the kind of man my grandfather was. And another thing that people loved about him, this is the guy who, whenever a big meeting happened, like with all the salesmen, all the higher-ups of the company, he would get them all together, and he'd be like, all right, look, he goes, I'm not going to waste your time, so you don't waste mine. These meetings last an hour, so you better get everything out in an hour, because otherwise we're ignoring it and moving on. He literally would pull out a watch and be like, all right, you got an hour, make it count. And that's it. And then he'd be like, all right, must not have been important, we move on. There was also the moment where he told an investor to his face, because this investor was like, well, Mr. Z, we'd want to do this, we want to do that. And he looked at the guy and he said, I'm sorry, do you work here? Do you own this company? No, you don't. So if I want your opinion on what to do with my company, I'll ask you. Now...
Holy shit.
Yeah, now...
It's brutal.
Yeah, nowadays, most companies bow down to their investors. Not my grandfather. Nope. My grandfather would tell the guy or guys, he'd be like, your opinions matter if I ask for them, because I know you have good ideas, but if I don't ask, you don't tell. Because it's my company. And one of the guys was like, but we give you our money. He's like, yes, and you trust me to use that money correctly. Therefore, your opinions are not wanted or needed right now. So, Yeah, he didn't take that kind of shit from people who thought they could push him around. Maybe that's because he was a fucking Vietnam veteran, so he kind of like wasn't gonna be pushed around by people. So
Me wishing I had literally any kind of interesting family story to tell in that nature. But I've got nothing.
that's all right. Everyone's family are amazing in their own way. I think and again, he wasn't perfect. He had his flaws. But I still think one of the funniest things I remember about him was when I got my first ever job there, like, it was a summer job. I wasn't, old enough to work full time yet. It was mostly just part-time stuff. But I started working there, and one of the guys I worked with was what's called a lot manager. For those who don't know, lot managers at car dealerships are the people responsible for making sure that all the cars on display, they look okay, they're clean, they're ready to go if someone wants to test drive them, that kind of stuff. In this case, it's grueling work because you basically have to go out in the hot sun during the summer, especially, spray down these cars and keep them clean. And I found out that this guy was getting paid less than me. Mind you, I had just started there, and I was getting paid $9 an hour because my granddad thought the minimum wage was fucking stupid. And this guy was getting paid less than me. So me, being the very stupid 14 or 15-year-old, went to my grandfather as he was coming out of a board meeting, and I was like, Granddad, I need to talk to you. And my grandfather was like, all right, Zaruk, what's up? And I'm like, why does the lot manager make more than me? And he was like, that's a good question. Why does he? And I told him, I was like, look, I just got here and I'm making more. That's not fair. He should be making more than me. And my grandfather's like, so what? You want to make more money? I'm like, no. I was like, he needs to make more money because he's my boss. He should be making just as much, if not more than me. And now granted, in any other situation, anyone would have told me, shut the fuck up. It's not your place to say anything. But my grandfather told me, he's like, you know what? You make a good point. He should. So he literally went and changed not only the lot manager's pay, like it boosted it from like minimum wage to $9.50 an hour. He also jokingly boosted mine from $9 to $9.50 an hour. Just because, even though he's like, oh, you don't want your pay increased? Okay. And then he went behind my back and did it anyway. That's
funny.
That's just the kind of man he was. He told me later, he's like, you made a good point. It wasn't about fairness. It was about the fact that you made a good, honest point, that someone in charge of you should be making more. He goes, and the fact that as my grandson, you could have just sat back and been like, yeah, I don't care that my pay is more than him. I'm the grandson. No, you were honest. And you said that's not fair. It's not how the world should work. But then he told me privately, he's like, Zaruk, he goes like, I'm telling you this now in case I get too old and I'm not able to later. Jobs are not fair. There are going to be things that are not fair. And if you don't say anything about them, they'll never change. You're going to hear a lot of people tell you, don't say anything. Don't rock the boat. Don't cause trouble. He literally told me, he goes like, fuck it. He goes like, rock the boat all you want because it's better that the boat gets fixed rather than everyone going overboard because nothing was done. He goes, and if it costs you the job, then maybe that's not the place you needed to be in the first place. So, and I also have to tell this story because I'd kick myself if I didn't. Near the end of his life, he developed pulmonary fibrosis. For those who don't know what that is, that's literally where your lungs start breaking down on you, basically. You can't breathe as well as you can. Your body's fine, but your lungs are getting weaker and weaker. So you need oxygen to be able to function, basically. And at one point, my family and I were all volunteering to watch him because our grandmother was out of town. It was my turn to watch him one night. So I parked my car and then go check on him downstairs in the garage. He's getting out of his car and he tells me, with his oxygen, he's like, Zaruk, I have to tell you something and I don't want you to panic. Not exactly the right words to tell to someone who's like barely in their 20s, but okay. And then he tells me, this oxygen tank is just about out. There's still stuff in it, but it's almost empty. I have a spare oxygen tank upstairs in my closet. I want you to go get it and bring it back down here for me. He goes, again, there's oxygen in this, but I need a new tank. And my dumbass, scared to death, sprints down the hallway, up those stairs, up to his closet, rips the tab off that oxygen container, comes back downstairs, and, well, because I apparently think I'm invincible, I jump the last 5 steps down to the basement. Rather than going down the steps, I jump. And I make it, but he's coming down the hallway and sees me, and his exact words were, and I quote, "What the hell is wrong with you? Did you just jump down those last 5 steps? Your mother would kick my ass if you got hurt. I told you not to panic." He was that kind of guy.
Man, that guy's a Chad.
Mm-hmm. He was. And
Oh, no.
And I mean, and most importantly of all, counting me, he had 5 grandkids. And he made sure that when he died, all of us were taken care of equally. Like, there's money has been left for all of us, basically. What's even crazier is being the oldest grandkid. I asked at one point, I'm like, hey, does this mean I get to take over the car dealership? And he looked me dead in the eye and was like, you're too smart to sell cars. Go do something else. He's like, literally, just go do something else. And so my oldest cousin now runs the car dealership, which is fine. But again, it kind of says something that when Granddad passed and I was still working at the car dealership between jobs, so many of those salesmen and guys who worked there, who I had known for years growing up, all of them told me, they're like, so when are you taking over? Are you going to take over? Are you going to do this? And I'm like, no. Dad and Granddad said I should go do something else. And a lot of them were always annoyed by that. Or as one guy asked, and this sticks with me to this day, he asked me point blank, he's like, so why don't you want to run the company? And I told him, I was like, because I don't want to live in my dad or my grandfather's shadow. I'm going to be a better man. I'm going to go out and make my own money. I don't need all of this. I was like, I'm going to be a better man than both my father and my granddad. And he told me, he's like, he laughed, he's like, being a bigger man than your granddad's going to be a tough challenge. As for your father, and as he walked off, and I heard him under his breath, you already are better than your father. So, yeah, a lot of those guys don't like my dad very much, but, you know. Anyway, time to go kick Team Galactic's ass.
I missed that entire Maylene fight because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it's all right. We took her down and no need to worry. Let's see.
I don't really have any legendary stories to tell, but I do have a fairly funny one.
Go ahead.
So, how do I put it? There was this one time, I think my dad was still in high school with a friend, like, I think they went to like a Denny's or something, and they were just getting some food, but they had like an absolutely horrendous waitress. I think she gave them like the shittiest attitude or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they did not like the service at all. So when it was time to get the tip, you know what my dad's friend does?
What?
He goes to his car, grabs a penny, then pulls out a pair of wire cutters,
And cuts the penny in half.
and then he gives half a penny to the waitress as a tip.
That's actually really funny. Fucked up, but funny. All right,
It is one of the single most hilarious roasts I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
The half the penny.
I'm trying to think. Well, while I'm trying to figure out where to go next, fun fact, do you guys know we're actually we're going to stop making pennies next year? It actually costs, for every penny the United States Mint makes, it actually costs 3 cents for every 1 cent we make. So they're going to stop making pennies next year. So,
Really?
Yep, they're going to stop making them.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
Guess I should deposit a bunch of pennies before I can't.
Yeah, I honestly doubt that. Well, the reason why is because, nowadays coins have a lot, have different material in them now. So, again, I'm just going off what I heard, and yes, it is basically confirmed that they're gonna stop making pennies in 2026. Maybe the exchange rate I described is different, but my point stands. Let's see. All right, where to now?
So I guess nothing's gonna cost like blank 99 anymore, huh?
I mean, no, probably some stuff still will. But I mean, at this point, even dollar stores you go to are like $1.25 stores now. They're not dollar stores anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
they can't
also,
do literally
yeah.
a dollar.
Also,
Dude, you need a breather?
No, I'm good. I was gonna say, for those who haven't, maybe people don't know this, if you've never had the opportunity to make use of a dollar store or something, for the love of God, make use of them. They're cheap, they have good stuff in them, and like, I literally visit the 2 dollar stores near my apartment every weekend, because not only do they have giant water bottles for like $1 each, so they're cheap, don't have to pay out the ass for them. But then you like a lot of like even some brand like name brand stuff can still be sold at dollar stores and for cheaper. So why not?
Lucky. We had 99-cent stores all around us, but you know that got shut down. Such a bummer too. Man, my aunt always liked going down there.
Okay, well, I'm trying. I think Dawn was looking for me. I don't know where she went, though. I wasn't really reading what she said when I came out of the gym. I was riding that high, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate after sweeping through Maylene.
Now you don't know where to go.
Yeah, now I don't know where to go. Hey, I'm glad I could help, Dragonoid. Now, could someone help me? Where do I go? What do I do?
No, I can't. Oh, let me look it up.
While you do that, I'm gonna polish my badges, because I'm pretty sure they're...
You gotta go south to Pastoria City.
Got it.
I think you gotta help Rowan's assistant too. Like, you're in Veilstone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Have you checked your pocket ghost? What about her? She's behind me, right?
Yeah, she's right there.
Yep. Yes, you get badge 5 early. Because technically, when you go to Heart Home for the first time, you gotta fight, what's her name? Lorene? Oh gosh, what's her name? The French-speaking, the one with the French accent. But yeah, you fight her first. Fontina, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was right. Huh.
Yeah, the Platinum Order is different than Diamond and Pearls.
I think Fantina and Maylene swap places,
They
right?
do. They do, yes.
Odd.
Alright, go south, you said? Okay.
Yeah, go south to Pastoria.
How do you pronounce the French U? How do you say it?
We, I think, or something?
No, we is O-U-I. So it's
Fuck.
we, well, I mean, you're kind of right. We, let's see. I'm trying to think of, très bien. I'm trying to think of how you would pronounce it. We, you, oh, shut up, Mike. A Wii U.
A Wii.
Oh, you think you're so clever.
Damn, I didn't know he wanted you to buy that.
Oh, speaking of buying stuff, fun fact, you guys know that Mario Kart World Tour was actually supposed to come out on the Switch 1, but then they delayed it and quote-unquote upscaled it so it would be on the Switch 2?
I just heard about that, I think, last night?
Yep. So.
Oh, speaking of Mario Kart, I remember one time I was just playing Mario Kart Wii by myself. I didn't have any. I had literally nothing with me to capture any like nothing that had a camera with it in it, so I couldn't capture the footage. But what happened is that I was just on DS Yoshi Falls, you know, the standard stuff, playing against the computers. All of a sudden, I spot the Toadette drivers. All of a sudden, I spot the Toadette CPU driving backwards. And no, I don't mean they're going in reverse. I mean they're literally going in the wrong fucking direction.
Oh, I thought you meant she was just continuing the race but driving in reverse like Lightning McQueen from the first Cars movie, where he like drives backwards. Yeah, like Mater. But Lightning drives backwards in the final race.
No, she was going in the complete wrong direction.
Okay.
I wish I had something to capture that footage, but I had nothing.
Thanks, Laz. I appreciate it.
Oh, it stings so much. It is such a funny moment to think about, but I had no way to preserve it.
I mean, has anyone ever seen... I'm guessing y'all have seen that footage of, like, I don't know which Mario Kart it is, but it's like that video of, like, Daisy racing on DK Jungle. And, like,
it's Wii.
Yeah, and she keeps getting knocked off the bridge and wiped...
Also, it's DK Mountain. Yes, I'm that much of a nerd. Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, just watching her go from, like, second place to last place because you keep having the ultimate bad luck.
Half the time she had like no time to actually like move, like she was just stun locked. I feel so bad for her.
Got a Magmarizer, which I'm pretty sure is used to turn Magmar into Magmortar, I think.
I think, yeah, that should be it.
Ruin Maniac Ryan. Ryan? Oh, for Pete's sake, these damn things. I hate the Bronzor family so damn much.
Why? You don't have a Tinkaton OC.
No,
I do.
But here's the problem with Bronzor and Bronzong. The problem is that in this game, where they're introduced, their main weakness is fire. Do you know how many fire types are in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum that you can catch?
Just 5, and one of them is a starter.
3, actually. And one's a starter.
3?
Yeah, it's 3, and one's a starter. Yep. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, 5 in Platinum, 3 in Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, you're right. You were right. So, yeah.
Wait, what? There's 3 in Diamond and Pearl? Who's the third one?
Let's see. I know it's It's Chimchar, Ponyta / Rapidash, and then there was one more.
Oh, wait, we're thinking of Heatran.
Yeah, maybe.
God, like, Jazums.
And the problem is that, again, Bronzor and Bronzong are steel types, which means you don't really have a good way to counter them unless you just, well, Unga Bunga. Just hit them really hard.
What a pain in the ass.
To quote DBZ Abridged, I figured it out. We just gotta hit them really, really hard. That sounds like something my dad would say.
I have too many friends that are Dragon Ball nerds.
I mean, to me, Dragon Ball Z Abridged is just really funny. Because there's, I mean, for Pete's sake, I have this. Oh.
Ominous.
Yeah, I have that on my, I've got that on my soundboard, for Pete's sake.
Oh, for God's sake.
And this. Let's see, where's it?
You need to be stopped.
Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, right, this from the start of season 2. Hey, so, he was like, I'm just gonna put this out there. You're really cute. Oh, you know, my mom always said I was a cute kid. Oh, a mama's boy, huh? I'll be your mommy. I love that bit so much, just with the internal screaming from Trunks.
No.
Yeah, yes, no. That's a, yeah. Can I have another heat tap? Yes, yes you can.
No.
Also, fun fact, if you watch to the end of that bit where Trunks goes back to the future, he actually does tell Bulma, he's like, hey, when I was back there, you might have taken a swing at me. Well, duh. She just openly admits, she's like, well, duh.
Oh, dear Lord. How do I... What is it that I keep getting myself wrapped into with my friends?
Oh, yeah. Andrea's right. That's another good one. Firstly, what? Second, the fuck? I do love that one, too. Yeah. Yeah. I need an adult. I am an adult. Oh, you think you're cute, bitch. I'm adorable.
Bitch, I'm fabulous.
Yeah. Or one of my or related to that, and I've actually used it, I've quoted part of it to people, is where Piccolo fights Cooler's henchman, and he's like, all right, let me he goes, I think I got it this time. Pretty one, he goes, a stupid one with weird powers. Oi! Oh, I appreciate that, though I think I'm more handsome than pretty. That series is just so funny. And it has for those who don't know, it actually has the honor, quote unquote, of pissing off Sean Schmel. Like, Sean Schmel actively hates the Team 4-Star guys. Or is just petty about it. Which I think is hilarious. Like,
dear mother of God.
Most of the DBZ, the actual DBZ actors are on really good terms with the Team 4-Star people. Hell, Chris Sabat, when DBZ Kai was on TV, Chris Sabat fought tooth and nail to try and get the Team 4-Star members to get little snippets or roles in the show. but he kept getting shot down not only by Sean Schmel, because Sean's kind of a dick, but also a lot of the higher-ups didn't really get that they had a bunch that, well, the Team 4-Star was really popular. It wouldn't be until the final season of DBZ Kai, the Boo Saga, where the Team 4-Star members would actually make cameos. Which
I have heard terrifying things about the Boo Saga. Especially Kid Boo.
Just the show? In general, yeah, the Boo Saga is, yeah, the Boo Saga's kind of, it's a very hit-or-miss thing, honestly. To be honest, Toriyama didn't even want to make it. That's the important part. Akira Toriyama...
Really?
Yeah, Akira Toriyama was done with Dragon Ball Z. But...
Oh, I was gonna say, like, the horrors I heard were more so related to how fucking strong Kid Boo is.
Well, yeah, there's that. But the reason, like, a lot of the characters feel weird, or, like, the writing is not very good, or the reason, like, Kid Boo is just that powerful, is because Toriyama, like I said, wanted to end the series with Gohan taking the torch from Goku. Goku was going to stay dead. Gohan would be the protector of everything. And then...
Wait, Goku dies?
Yeah, in the Cell Saga. Yeah, he dies.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And Gohan was going to take over. Unfortunately, DBZ was so popular that Toriyama's editor was just like, hey, you got to keep writing, because this is, like, really good, and people really like it. And this led to the Boo Saga. And the Boo Saga is really divisive, because a lot of the stuff in it is, like, it kind of, like, forgets a lot of the things that were kind of set up in the Cell Saga, or characters don't really make any sense or make really dumb decisions. Let me put it to you this way. When Goku comes back for 24 hours to participate in the World Martial Arts Tournament, that's where we get to see that famous scene of Goku going Super Saiyan 3 and fighting Majin Buu, Fat Buu, and everything. Well, in the manga... Yeah, fun fact, though. In the manga, Goku openly admits that in Super Saiyan 3, he could have killed Majin Buu right then and there and ended the arc. But he held back and didn't because he wanted the future generations to be able to take care of themselves. Which led to Goten and Trunks fighting Buu. That didn't work at all. I like what one guy said on YouTube, where he's like pretending to be all the characters. And I love what he said. He goes like, Goku, I think, he goes like, this kid Trunks is not the Trunks you know. He's not, he didn't fight in the trenches. He's got 2 loving parents, and he wants for nothing because he's a rich, spoiled brat. He's not, he's not tough. And Goten? Just give up on Goten. Goten's a lost cause. And then as for Gohan, yeah, that's the most... How Gohan was treated is probably the most divisive part of the Boo Saga. Because Gohan basically stops training. He focuses on school. And he gets into like he gets into a good high school. He basically becomes he is a genius. But he stops training. And this means that when the new threat arises, technically Gohan, by that point, should still be the strongest Saiyan on Earth. But he let his training slip. So he's never really able to get back to his full potential until later on in the series. And by then, it's too little too late.
What a bruh moment. Absolute bruh.
Yeah, now to be fair though, in the newest DBZ movie, DB Superhero, where Gohan is where Gohan's like the leading character for it, we get to see that all of Gohan's power, like his abilities and everything, are tied to the people he cares about. If Gohan sees people in danger, Gohan is going to start kicking ass and taking names, and a lot of people are probably going to get hurt. Because, put it this way, when Gohan's fighting one of the characters in that movie, Piccolo is nearby and works with Pan, Gohan's daughter, to pretend that she's in trouble. And upon seeing his daughter in danger, quote-unquote, Gohan practically snaps and starts beating the absolute dog shit out of the guy he'd been been equal with for a while. That's just Gohan in general. Gohan has learned to control his rage to the point that it makes him stupidly powerful. And Yes, DB Superhero was supposed to be a Piccolo movie, but they made it a Gohan movie instead. And to his credit, Gohan gets one of the most badass transformations. It's literally called Beast Gohan, by the way. So people can literally say that Gohan... Yeah, go ahead.
That already sounds like a, bitch, you're about to get your shit fucked up mode.
Mm-hmm. That's why people were jokingly saying Gohan went beast mode, because he did. And what's even funnier about it is that, this is one of the things I love about Gohan's voice actor. If you played the new Dynasty Warriors game and got to meet Lubu in that, Lubu's new voice actor in Dynasty Warriors Origins, that's Gohan's voice actor. And when Gohan gets pissed in the dubs, Gohan, like, lowers his voice and, like, you know, adds a bit more grit to it. And he sounds terrifying. Which is where that famous line of, you know, are you here to fight Majin Buu? Fight you? No, I'm here to kill you.
Jesus.
Yeah. Or in the DBZ abridged thing we never got, what's wrong, little man? Do you need an adult? No, I am an adult. And then he just punches Boo right in the stomach.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of that one SpongeBob thing where he's like, Gary, I am a man.
Yeah, I am a man. And he pulls out a razor.
Pulls out a fucking razor blade.
It's funny you mentioned that. There's actually a bit in one of the newer SpongeBob things where, like, SpongeBob's talking to Gary. Gary, like, slithers off screen and you hear a car starting up. And Squidward's like, is that his car? No. Which means Gary just stole someone's car and drove off with it.
I have not watched new SpongeBob's in a while.
Well,
I mostly just see online clips for them.
From what one of my friends who told me, because one of my friends is married and has a kid, so he's been watching the new SpongeBob with his kid. The newest season of SpongeBob actually looks really good. They've actually gone back to what the original seasons looked like season 1 and 2, that art style. The characters...
That part I did hear about.
Yeah, the characters are better written. Yeah. So...
Looks like hiring fans of the older seasons is really paying off.
Yeah. Which they, I mean... kind of the whole point. If you want to be successful nowadays, if you've got people who grew up with it, then they're probably going to know, probably, not all the time, but they're probably going to know what to do with it. So.
Goody.
And then I'm trying to remember, like, what's always cool to me is getting to see actors or voice actors lend their roles to vice versa. So, like, a voice actor gets to be in a live-action thing, or a live-action actor gets to lend their voice to something. Case in point, if you've been watching Invincible, Conquest, prepare for my arrival, worms.
I haven't seen the last episode, so don't spoil it.
I'm not. His voice actor, that's Negan from The Walking Dead.
I've never seen that show.
Negan's one of the scariest dudes in the show, basically. And his guy's mostly been known as a live-action actor, but he does a really good job as a voice actor. Same thing with J.K. Simmons, who voices Nolan. J.K. Simmons, we know him from a lot of stuff, from his acting. He's J. Jonah Jameson in a lot of the Spider-Man movies.
Actually, his absolute most famous role.
Yeah, I mean, he's been Jameson in a lot of stuff, actually. But what makes me laugh is J.K. Simmons is, I think in his 60s or 70s, and the man's jacked like a bodybuilder. He works out to stay in shape, and the man looks like he could break you over his knee if he wanted to. And it's also
trained to become Omni-Man, and he didn't even have to go on screen.
Yeah, didn't even have to go on screen. And yes, that's true. The voice of Alucard in Japan has been several tokusatsu villains. That is also true. So I'm trying to think of some other good ones.
It took me an obscene amount of time to learn that Skits in regular show is Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
You genuinely cannot realize it.
Yeah.
He does such a good job, it's fucking impossible to tell.
Yeah. And don't forget, he's also the Joker in the original Batman the Animated Series.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that in over a decade.
Yeah, Mark Hamill plays the Joker in Batman the Animated Series and in the Arkham games. The Arkham.
Yeah,
that's...
How has my dad not told me about that? He's played all of them.
Yeah, that's Mark Hamill.
Also, excuse my squeaky ass voice.
Yeah, don't worry
I guess
about
that's just how I sound.
Don't worry about it.
Apologies for shredding your eardrums, everybody.
It's fine. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think. Mark Hamill's put his has lent his voice to a lot of stuff. Hell, in the original Yakuza game, the dubbed Yakuza game, the like Yakuza 1 that was dubbed and brought over here, he plays Majima. Now he doesn't remember playing Majima at all, but yeah. So you can hear like, honestly, you really shouldn't go play the English dub of Yakuza 1. It's not very good. But
Oh, my friend Kuro could go on about Yakuza for fucking hours.
oh, oh yeah, Dragonoid just reminded me. In anything Marvel related in Japan, Deadpool's if they have Deadpool in it, Deadpool's Japanese voice actor is also Dio in JoJo. So and honestly, that's a perfect call because getting the guy who voices Dio to play Deadpool, who's, you know, a psychopath, is perfect.
It kind of reminds me of like this random ass day. I found out that like this Neptunia character Umio from Mega Dimension is voiced by the fucking Super Smash Bros. Ultimate announcer.
Yeah, Xander Mobus. Yeah.
I genuinely just went like, what?
Oh yeah. Trying to think. I know a lot of the Neptunia voice actors and actresses have gone on to do other stuff or have been part of other stuff. I just can't put them up. I can't place them off the top of my head. Let's see. Yeah, but Xander Mobus is also, you know, Joker, Persona 5. And then I'm trying to think of the, oh gosh.
I actually need to get back. I need to get back on that game. My friend bought it for me as a birthday gift years ago, and I still haven't even finished the first fucking palace.
For real?
For real. Just please, no more shaming. I've already been shat on. No.
I'm not.
I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what's his name? The voice actor for
something about your audience tells me that they're very good at roasting.
Not me, but yeah, there have been times where they've roasted people. Like if you want a good example, go watch some of the Digimon Cyber Sleuth playthrough where like the community, it was one person in particular, her name's Demon Goddess, she's another streamer. She came in here and she absolutely started roasting every Digimon design she saw. So I believe she called Devi, what did she call Devimon? And I think her exact words were, "Who's this goth gimp?" Which I was like, wow, that's an interesting way to describe Devimon, but okay. Oh yeah, and she destroyed Myotismon. Like, she destroyed Myotismon. Her and the entire community, because of the way Myotismon looks in Cyber Sleuth, people were calling him Buzz Lightyear looking head ass because yeah, his head, because of way his model is, his head is kind of sculpted like Buzz Lightyear's.
Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, that just reminded me about the absolutely atrocious Gen 1 sprites.
Yeah. Oh, and of course.
Can we just talk about Golbat and fucking Execute?
Roasted the shit out of him.
Oh.
Like, why is one of the eggs so much bigger than the other?
Who knows? Also, yeah, my friend Bowen Terra is correct. Probably the best thing to come out of the Cyber Sleuth play was everyone doodling on Crusadermon's mask. Because if you've never seen Crusadermon before, Crusadermon doesn't have a mouth. They have a helmet with a faceplate. And because they can't emote, people just, I made the joke I was like, oh, we could totally doodle on that and people would, it'd be funny. And people just started doing Photoshop jobs of putting angry eyebrows on her and everything because she's, you know, because it was funny. Honestly, here's what I've told people, and I stand by this. A lot of people have even told me nowadays, they're like, why would I play Digimon when Pokemon's around? Well, one, the Digimon games that have come out in the last decade have kicked the ass of all the Pokemon games that have come out, in my opinion. Two, they'll last you longer. They will. They just do. And I honestly think, in my opinion, that because Digimon gets more time to like work on everything, they get to have more interesting stories and more interesting concepts. Like, no joke, Name me, let me put it this way, name me one Pokemon game where some of the antagonists actively and gleefully kill people for fun. Because in the Digimon games, in Cyber Sleuth, the Royal Knights you're up against, especially Crusadermon, actively like hurting people. Crusadermon says that she loves killing people for fun, which is extremely screwed up, obviously. But
Jesus Christ.
it's also funny that you get to shove her ass off a building. So, granted, she can fly, so it doesn't matter. But it is funny to basically just kick her human form off of a building. Again, it's and the crazy thing also is the lore. Digimon lore is, let me put it this way. Did you know that Digimon have multiple different pantheons, all of whom are related to our own? There's the Olympus, there's the Olympus 12, who are all based on and named after, you know, the Olympian gods. Let's see, we've got the 12 Royal Knights, who are either based off some form of knighthood or some kind of aspect of knighthood. Trying to think. Oh yeah, the 7 Deadly Sins are Digimon. Trying to think of some of the other things. Like, okay, have you ever, I'm guessing maybe you have you ever seen any of Digimon Tamers, where like Guilmon, Renamon, and Terriermon are from?
I know quite literally jack shit about Digimon. Like,
Okay.
I don't know a single thing about it.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Devas. Yeah, the Devas are another one. And that's kind of the thing. Digimon has its own weird, like, you know, pantheons and its own, in a weird way, its own little political circles, because not all of these individuals or these Digimon get along with each other at all. What's even funnier is, like, for example, the group I just named, the Royal Knights. The Royal Knights are interesting, because when I say that to people, they're like, oh, so they're like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. No. Some of them are very chivalrous. Others are like blocks of wood with no personality. And then there's Crusadermon, Cranymon, who like killing people because they are just that damn loyal to their ruler and their leader, their king, basically, that they'd kill people for fun if he asked. Which is,
oh boy.
so
Sounds like a fun time, doesn't it?
yeah. So let me put it this way. Basically, each one of them, like I said, the Royal Knights represent a virtue, basically, like loyalty, courage, steadfastness, these kind of things. But the problem is that a lot of them are also are a foil to that. They easily fall into whatever the foil is of their virtue, basically. So I mentioned Crusadermon, who's an absolute psychopath. Crusadermon's whole thing is Lich King is here, yeah. So he can correct me. Crusadermon's whole thing is loyalty and zeal. Digimon don't have genders, but she's pink and gold, so I just call her she. She's loyal to a fault. She's a commander. She's a very good leader. But the problem with loyalty is that if it gets twisted too much, it becomes zeal, where you don't question anything. And she doesn't question anything. So again, if her king says murder everyone, she says, when do you want it done? Like, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. And there's other ones like Omegamon, Alphamon, and Omegamon. It's Omnimon, but it's Omegamon. Get it? Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. Yeah.
No, my lack of interest in Digimon just leads me to call it, I don't care, I don't give a crap on Mon.
Mm-hmm. Look, here's the thing. I didn't
hang on.
Nope, sorry. Yeah, Dynasmon is blind obedience. Crusadermon is zeal and loyalty. Yeah. All right, let's see. Well, here we are on the... Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Is it one of these houses where I open the door and Cynthia's going to be inside? Okay. Whew. I'm scared. I keep thinking I'm gonna open one of these doors and like I'm gonna hear the piano. Let's see. Oh no, that's black, white, black 2, and white 2. Okay, phew. The piano doesn't come till later. Okay. Anyway, let me check my town map. Where am I supposed to be exactly? Like, I know I'm close. Let's see. Yeah, we're at the Valor Lakefront. We need to get to Pastoria. Okay. Hey, you want to stay at our hotel? Oh, you don't have a reservation. Well, we're booked up, so... I have a sneaking suspicion we're about to fight a bunch of water Pokemon. Wait, didn't I get a TM for, didn't I get a TM for Thunderbolt or something? Solar Beam. Thunder! Okay. Yeah, and now I know Thunder's not very accurate, but when it hits like a truck. So... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save, because I have a feeling there's about to be some Pokemon battles. And yeah, if it's raining, Thunder always hits. Yeah. I know that much. Yep. I can battle too. Where are your parents? Where are your parents? Who are your parents? Okay, sorry, just had to check something.
Got me an ice cream cone.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back to me.
Also, Bowen Terra says, not sure if, ask Snoodle, I don't know if he's ever seen the gift, but check the gift that he sent to non-speakers, which is part of the Discord. It's probably, it's Scarbrand kicking somebody, isn't it, Bowen Terra?
No, non-speakers.
Yeah.
Where the hell? Oh, there it is.
Uh-oh.
There's supposed to be a supposed a GIF.
Yeah, yeah, I think you found it. That'd be from Total War Warhammer 3. And I sent it to a lot of people too, just the kick. Scarbrand played college ball. Actually, now I think about it, that's another game I'm gonna have to play at some point on stream. Played college ball, you know, at some cushy Ivy League school. Try University of Texas. Could have gone pro if I hadn't joined the Navy.
God, streams are weird.
What? Just well, that was what I was quoting was Metal Gear Rising. Just like one of the ultimate meme games. Actually, wait.
Why is it a meme game?
Because literally a meme brought it back into relevance. Because, like, for the longest time, it was a very, like, it was a niche game. But if you've ever seen that meme of, like, some dude, like, you know, punching a guy, a broad, like, this huge buff guy in a white shirt or something, with the music standing here, that's from Metal Gear Rising. And that meme swept over the internet so much that it revitalized interest in the game. And now, almost everyone knows about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Okay, that's funny.
And it also has some really funny lines in it, like, "Don't fuck with this, Senator!" Which is one. "I'm not one of those belt-weight pansies. I could break the president in two with my bare hands." Like, literally.
Jesus, out of pocket much?
Yeah, the final boss of the game is a U.S. senator. That's the joke.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
Oh, yeah, nobody did when they played the game. Even the main character didn't expect it. "Let's go. The hell are you thinking?" And then the guy, like, shoulder checks him. By the way, his name's Senator Armstrong, by the way. That's the name of our villain. Oh, yeah, and that meme. "Why won't you die, nanomachine, son?"
Oh, it's this fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could go on YouTube and look up Armstrong meme compilation.
Yep. And you wanna know what's
Someone made Senator Armstrong plays Minecraft.
Yeah, and here's the funniest part about all of it. The guy who did the voice work for Armstrong is aware of the memes surrounding him, and he loves them to death. He's actually really glad that, you know, such a minor thing to him has, you know, got so many people to like his work. He's flattered by it, and so much so that when, I don't know if you know who the YouTuber Maxor is. He's the guy who does, like, the really spastic meme-filled videos. But that's also where the quote, "That's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?" "My source is that I made it the fuck up." That joke resonated with so many people that they actually asked Armstrong's voice actor to do it in character, which he did.
Oh my god, that reminds me of when Callan Goff did an Among Us speech meme as Glamrock Freddy.
Yeah. You said,
Have you ever played Among Us?
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Generation 9,
You
and is a
need
scarlet
to
and
vent.
chocolate female on cologne. This Pokemon sends a flower-like scent wafting about.
I love it when shit like that happens.
Yeah. "You want a source, Jack? My source is that I made it the fuck up." It's just, I love when voice actors do that. They know they're funny, and they want to be funny. Best example, Alex Lee. For those who don't know, Alex Lee, if you've ever watched Solo Leveling, that anime, he's the main character in that. You know, the Arise. He's that guy. But he's also done voice acting work. One of them being Luke from Street Fighter 6? Yeah, from Street Fighter 6. He's Luke. The guy you meet at, like, the very start of the game. And what's even funnier about that is that Alex Lee, if people ever reach out to him like, "Hey, Alex, I need you to do your Luke voice for a meme video," he literally says, "Sign me the fuck up. What do you want?" So, like, there's that video of, I love it so much. That video of Luke being like, "Oh, yo, what's up, brother? What brings you in today? Dude, you look huge. Oh, ladies, what's good?" And then he gets his ass knocked off screen. And if you follow, like, what's his name? Dubis, McGoobus? The guy who does, like, the little funny animations for Lythero and other people. Goobus. He actually did a video involving some of the Street Fighter characters and got Alex Lee to play, well, Luke for it. I think that's cool, where voice actors are, like, approachable enough that you can be like, "Hey, do you want to do something funny?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay."
It's like, "Hey, I want to do a meme." They're like, "Do it. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
do this, baby." God, I love the VA community.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of the other, That reminds me of a good one. So sadly, we lost a really good one in Billy Kametz. Billy Kametz, for those who don't know, Billy Kametz was Josuke in JoJo Part 4. He was also, if you play Persona 5 Royal, he's also the doctor. What's his name? Maruki? Yeah, Dr. Maruki. He's Maruki. He's also Ferdinand von Aegir in Fire Emblem Three Houses. Sadly, Billy was diagnosed with stomach cancer. And we lost, and we lost him. He was in his 30s, for Pete's sake.
Ouch. Jesus.
Yeah, he was very young. Trying to think of some of the other cool voice actors. There's Joe Zija, who plays Claude in Fire Emblem Three Houses, but that man is a walking meme factory.
There's also this.
Is the Grim Reaper? Yeah, so that's Alex Lee as Makoto, the
That I know.
Yeah, and then also Fuka's voice actress. Yeah, I love that so much. Is that the Grim Reaper?
God, just. And then of course, fucking Pringus McDingus does an animation on it. The dude makes some of the funniest shit.
Yeah.
You have Uno, you fucking bitch! Jesus, I see what you mean when you say go on tangents. Like,
Yeah.
this is Pokemon Platinum stream, and we're here talking about goddamn Makoto.
I mean, that's part of being a streamer, though, is being able to get people engaged and talk about stuff. And besides, for me, it's not about, would I like more followers? Sure. Would I like more subscribers? Absolutely. But at the end
All
of
that
the
matters is the community you have.
correct. It's the community.
Sorry, I had to beat you to it.
No, it's fine. It's the community and the fact that I can literally make their day a little bit better if they're here. So that's all that bothers. Oh, and right, Furry's telling is correct. Gianni,
Excuse me.
Gianni Matragrano, aka Gabriel from Ultra Kill, who's been in a lot of stuff. Machine, I will cut you down. Wait, who the fuck are you? Cuphead? Get back here, you impudent bull! If you haven't seen Indie Cross yet, you need to check it out.
I have.
Yeah.
It is so good. Yes, I have seen enough.
Enough.
Oh god, that thing is too good.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm glad someone remembered that one. You insignificant fuck. Yeah.
I saw a comment that literally said it feels illegal to watch this for free because
Mhm.
oh my god, the quality is off the charts.
What?
Indie Cross.
Oh, yeah. I agree. They could be charging money for it, but they're not.
Probably good they're not. And I could have. Well, okay, some people do make money off of fan works, but my point remains like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. You insignificant fuck! This is not over! And then he vanishes.
Like that.
Basically, yes. And unfortunately, even from Ultra Kill, I can't think of Minos Prime anymore without thinking of Russian Badger. Because he played Minos in Maxor's video. Free at last. Hey, I'm here for that deposit. I spent all of it on perks! What? My blood is a controlled substance in 39 states. Okay. I have personally killed over 12 trillion people. That doesn't sound very fun. Oh, on the fucking contrary. And then proceeds to beat the shit out of the player character. He was like, beating this takes an act of God. He was like, I'm probably not going to make it out of this. You know how to parry, don't you? Maybe. Time to learn.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let me put it this way. The actual Minos Prime boss fight, one of his moves is literally him going, die, and then he punches you to death. Like one punch and it kills you.
Good sir, please spare me.
Creature of steel, thy I thank you for your help, but the crimes against humanity are not forgotten, and thy punishment is death. And then you get your ass kicked. Because Minos Prime exists to kick your ass.
Jesus Christ, I would not want to cross paths with that fucker.
Well, he's a secret boss. The only way you get to fight him is if you do all the secret objectives for the levels.
Great! That means I don't have to touch him then!
Yeah, basically. Alright, is this Crash or Wake? Yep, Crash or Wake. But Barry's blocking the door. Barry! Yeah, we're gonna...
Barry, get out of the fucking way!
Yeah.
I love being a jerk ass.
Well, no, I mean... I would very much appreciate it if he...
Yeah,
I would very much appreciate it if he got the hell out of the way, but it's Barry, so he's gonna challenge me to a battle I already know. So, I'm gonna save real quick.
like, Barry, get out of my fucking way!
Yeah, Barry? Do something, Barry! Alright.
Oh my god, I can only imagine Lucas's reaction here. He's like, oh god damn it, not again!
Oh, hey, Zaruk, you're out of luck, though. The gym leader Crasher Wake, Mr. Wake's gone off to Veilstone. They said he had a practice match with Veilstone's gym leader, Maylene. Yeah, I saw him. He walked past me. I ended up missing him completely. Okay, then where did he go? I saw him leave. So, I wonder where he went.
Too bad, you don't get to learn.
Alright, well, I'm in the right place, but still... If Crasher Wake's not here, we can't do the gym battle. But that Team Galactic grunt was mumbling about a package from Veilstone, so maybe we should go back. Oh, no, I don't want to do the Safari Zone. Screw that.
Too bad!
Alright, let me think. Let me check my bag again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's my...
I love making atrocious jokes.
It's fine, don't worry about it. If it's too
What I
atrocious...
don't love is choking on my own words, which happens all the freaking time.
Trust me, if you make a joke that's not cool, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Alright,
But it's mostly the choke on my words thing. Like, it gets so annoying when that happens, because, like, I'll have a good joke in mind, and then I fuck it up.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Alright, well, he's not here, so I'm guessing he's still in Veilstone, maybe?
Hops.
I don't have Fly yet, so I'll have to ride back.
F.
Yeah, let me just slap down a Repel, though.
Just make sure you keep that right safe work, that's all.
Yeah, anyway, let's go. Go up there.
Where's the laughter?
I didn't catch the joke, so... Wait, hold on a minute. Would he... No. I thought maybe he'd be, like, out in the ocean or something, but no.
No, he's definitely not in the water.
Yeah, I do remember from the anime, though, Crasher Wake had one of the, was one of the more interesting interesting gym leaders because his ace is a Floatzel, and I forgot, or, like, no anime or even the games have remembered that Floatzel's, like, the yellow thing on Floatzel is basically a life vest. So in the anime, Crasher Wake uses that to actually reflect a lot of attacks. Floatzel uses its inflatable vest to bounce attacks off or reflect projectiles. And I'm like, why hasn't anyone else done that? That's a good idea.
Maybe no one else thought of it, which is weird. But either way, yeah, that is a very, very clever idea.
See?
It's like, this just in, Floatzel is one of the most overpowered Pokemon in the anime.
Well, I mean, it can't bounce everything, but the fact that it can basically use that life vest to, like, cushion impacts from blows, like, from, like, a tackle or an Aqua Jet or something, which is what it does against Ash's Weasel. It bounces an Aqua Jet, basically. Which is insane, but at the same time, it's kind of like an airbag. It literally cushions impact so you don't get hurt. That's a good idea, and that's thinking with your head. So... Again, I know that would be busted as hell to, like, give Floatzel the ability to, like, block attacks. But still, it'd be kind of cool.
It would like, if that was in the games, like, everybody would be losing their shit.
Yeah, but then again, some Pokemon already have abilities that are kind of stupid already. So,
God, do we need to talk about As One or Unseen Fist?
we don't. Because
Exactly.
yeah, we don't.
Exactly. Just God no, please no. We don't need to talk about those.
Okay.
It's literally we don't talk about Bruno, except we don't talk about Urshifu.
Yep. Okay, where? All right, can someone look up where I need to go? Because, like, if we went to the Pastoria and he's not there, I'm guessing we got to find Dawn. So, or we need to... Can someone just see what the next step is?
No.
Please?
No.
Okay. At least I
Okay,
asked.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. What did you want me to look
I
up?
need to know what do we do after beating Maylene? Like, what's the next step? We got the 3rd badge, so what's next?
Let me see. After clearing Galactic Warehouse and HQ, did you clear either of those yet?
I don't even... Is there a warehouse here? Like, here's the HQ, but, like, we need the key to get in there, so we need to find the warehouse.
I think you need to go to the... I think you need to go to the warehouse first. I think it's... Wait, the warehouse is the one where, like, the first room is literally just like that blockade to the staircase, right?
I think.
I think you actually need Looker to help you get in there.
Biscuit says, go to the first entrance of this city and down the alternate path. Okay. Oh, there she is. There's Dawn. Can you help me? You remember Team Galactic, those horrible people? Yes. They tried to steal Professor Rowan's research results? Yes. And also the fact that they're all, like, all of their their leader is a freaking nihilist? Yeah, I remember. Let's deal with them.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. I have come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Alright, let's go. Thanks, Biscuit. Oh my god, really?
Really, what?
Just 2 Zubats.
Oh. Grown. Omega grown of the goddamn century. God, like, Leech Life is so annoying in the old games because, like, you just have to sit there and watch them span this absurdly weak attack. At least when you're doing it in, like, Gen 7, Leech Life is actually really powerful.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't notice that. Thank you for the bits, Bo and Tara. I don't know why it didn't go off or anything. Did anything
Because
happen?
I was babbling too much.
No, I think, like, did something happen? Because I literally didn't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, there was no noise. What the hell is that?
That's not good.
No, it's
I
not.
still remember when I replaced the common zombies in Left 4 Dead 2 with Zubats. Oh, God. Oh, the bits thing was the instinct. Okay, it was Gabriel's line. Okay, we're good then. Alright, that means it's working. But
Oh
yeah,
my god.
replacing all the common zombies with Zubats? Man, it's just like real Pokemon, where there's nothing but Zubats everywhere.
Oh, kill me.
I just realized, you know how terrifying it would be, like, because, like, some Pokemon know Thunder, which means you're literally calling down a lightning bolt on somebody. Can you imagine, like, you know a Pokemon battle's going on if suddenly lightning strikes are happening everywhere?
Could you imagine what happens if it's a real thunderstorm?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, does Snoodle know about the incident that's known as the Pokemon Shock? What is that? Even I haven't heard of that.
What the fuck is the Pokemon Shock? The closest thing that's coming to my mind is the infamous Porygon seizure episode.
Oh, yeah, it's that. It is that. It's the Electric Soldier Porygon incident.
Oh, okay. Well, then I do know. Hooray for me.
And if I recall, like, it didn't cause that many seizures, but it was enough for like the Western rating system to be like, absolutely not. Like, 1 is enough. So
No, absolutely not. No Porygon.
Yep.
The poor thing.
And we didn't get the episode of like Jesse and James like going to the beach and dressing up for the beauty contest, and
the
James with
infamous cross-dress episode.
Yeah, the cross. Well, they're always cross-dressing. What do you mean?
I think the infamous boob inflation episode. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, Jesse and James cross-dress all the time. That was one of the funniest things about them. Is how and also James's humor, because don't you worry your pretty blue head of that pretty blue head of yours. I got a plan. It's lavender. It's lavender. He takes it so personally. Hey, looker. I heard of children feuding with Team Galactic. Yes, because children do everything in the Pokemon universe. Turns out, of course, to be you. It's that funny man from Jubilife. You insult me to my face. How very uncouth of you. I'm terribly sorry. Team Galactic took my Pokedex, so I'm very irritated. I just blurted it out. I should be going now. Be wary of Team Galactic. Oh, wait, Dawn, it's your Pokedex. Why are you... Okay. It is of no matter. Of more interest is the criminal behavior of Team Galactic. They attempt to steal the belongings of a child? The scale of their criminality. It seems rather minuscule. I think she'd disagree. Again, that's Professor Rowan's Pokedex, too. Like, it's not a minuscule crime. The triviality of their action makes them more sinister, perhaps. Their warehouse needs investigation. Come with me, we'll take a look.
Take a look.
See. A key is necessary for us to go on. You should be keeping this.
What if I don't want to keep it?
I think we're gonna want this. It's HM Fly.
Who said I wanted to fly?
Maybe you don't, I do.
No.
Tinkatons don't need to fly, they just throw their hammers like Mjolnir and they ride their hammers up to knock Corviknights out of the sky.
Mjolnir?
Yeah, just swing the hammer around and then throw it and hold on to the bottom of it and just ride up and smack a Corviknight out of the air. I mean, look.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Most Corviknights would probably be smart enough after getting hit with a rock a few times to be like, yeah, I'm not going over there. And then suddenly you hear a screaming Tinkaton as it flies up and smashes you across the face with a hammer. Because I guess to a Tinkaton, fuck every armored bird in existence.
Pretty much. And then just one thing goes through their head.
Yeah, Dragonoid's right. Yeah,
Here we go again.
Yes, that. Yeah, use seismic toss on the hammer, but don't let go.
Danger!
There's someone actually I wish I could find it. Someone actually did a really funny picture of Tinkaton taking King Dedede's hammer with like the rocket engine in it and everything. And like so it's running around with 2 hammers, its own and then King Dedede's, and like when it realizes that King Dedede's hammer has a rocket engine in it, it literally just spins itself around and flies into the air with it. Does it make sense?
All right,
no.
Let's see if I can find
Still
it.
funny though.
I'm not sure I see the exact one you're talking about, but I am finding quite a few like Tinka DDD hammer memes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them actually.
Someone needs to do a comic or like a little sequence series of Tinkaton reviewing various hammers from different media, like movies, games, and stuff like that. I want to see what a Tinkaton would think of a demon hammer from 40K.
Or the shockwave hammer from Fortnite.
Yeah, or a shockwave hammer, yeah.
It's probably like, Oh, I can go flying and just hit the shit out of things? 50 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragonoid. Helicopter, helicopter!
Helicopter, helicopter. Oh, that one's too good.
Oh yeah, the power hammers, or like what are they called from Halo? Yeah, yeah, Tinkaton with the Sentinel hammer from Doom Eternal, or Tinkaton's thoughts on Monster Hunter hammers.
Oh my god, we have delved into the rabbit hole of one fucking menace to society.
A Tinkaton that has a hammer for every occasion. Now,
Pretty
granted, all of those occasions involve beating the shit out of a Corviknight, but still. It's good to have a little variety in your life.
Who said it had to be just cores? It could be any steel type. What? You never heard of mass genocide?
I'm just reminded of like it's very similar to that Lythero bit from his DBZ Fighters things, but just I'm imagining like a bunch of steel types. One of them being like, "Why do you hate us? What did we ever do to you?" And Tinkaton being like, "You were born."
I remember this. I have this one pic saved on my phone. It's literally just a close-up of the Tink's face and saying, "I like to assault birds."
I like to assault birds.
Let me see if I can find it and send it.
Actually, you just reminded me of something funny I can show from my streams. Let me see if I can find it on here. Where is it?
Oh god.
You're gonna love this. Where is? Oh, it's a picture. Where is it? Not that one. Where is it?
Send it into DMs.
No, I'm gonna flash it on stream. Where is it? I'll send it afterwards. Where is it? In here somewhere. Got so much.
I love this new shading style I'm working with.
Let's see.
Especially.
Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Does this look like the face of Mercy?
Oh boy, hold on. I'm waiting for the image to pop.
Does this look like the face of Mercy?
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. For those who don't know where that's from that's from Carbot Animation's StarCraft series. That's a Reaver from StarCraft 1, which in those old games, Reavers were basically nukes, portable nukes that could wipe out everything if they got into range. So literally the entire little animation is the thing smiling like that while people are screaming in fear and dying left and right.
Jesus.
Yeah, Whooper is also that. Yes. Whooper. Whooper does. Whooper is. Does this look like the face of Mercy? And don't forget the classic Quagsire. Quack! It's just a whole gaggle of them. Or if you're a Tom Fox fan like me, don't forget the famous Quagsire of. Oh, just the screaming Quagsire. Imagine the chaos if Tinkaton and Corviknight were partners instead of Predator and Prey. Oh, that's easy. Tinkaton would ride Corviknights and just assault random Pokemon and people. Flying cavalry.
Jesus Christ. Nobody would want to catch a Tink because they're so hostile.
Mm-hmm.
And that would greatly disappoint me. It's my favorite Pokemon. Groudon places second, though. Groudon is awesome.
You raised your Pokemon to be tough. Yeah, and it looks like your Pokemon are on steroids. I have fought every battle on my way here, and the highest Pokemon level I have is 31. Yours is 36. What have you been doing, Barry? You know what? Actually, don't answer that question. I've got a bad feeling about it.
What the hell? Barry, you've got some questionable training strategies.
Barry probably stole a bunch of rare candies and gave a bunch of them to his Pokemon. Because if his Monferno is still using Leer, of all things, yeah, no, you haven't been training. You've just been, you've been leveling up in other ways.
Even then, there should have been a prompt for, oh, teach this Pokemon so-and-so move?
Oh.
Nah, he just fucking ignored it.
Luxio's Voltage is turning into a Luxray. which means she now has X-ray vision.
And that also means she gets to learn freaking Thunderfang.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yep. And it just so happens, yeah, this is perfectly timed because now I'm gonna go fight Crasher Wake, who's a water type gym leader, and and my electrical Pokemon just reached its max, max. Okay, shut up. You don't get to make fun of my stuttering when you literally said earlier on in the stream that your jokes or your words die in your mind. You don't get to make a joke at my expense. Don't play that game with me, Tiny. I will literally stomp you into the dirt. Don't play that game with me.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
Everything. Everything's wrong with me. Yeah, actually that sums it up. That too.
Then pay with your blood.
Or hold on. I'm glad you found the soundboard. We got a lot of funny things in there. Let's see.
How did I just realize that's from your damn server?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
The best one is a test of your reflexes followed by thunk.
A test of your reflexes.
Now you gotta pick thunk. It should be next.
Hold on. Where the hell is Thunk? I can't find it.
It looks like it should look like a basketball.
All right, let me try it again.
A test of your reflexes.
Yeah, there it is. A test.
I don't get it.
You're getting hit with a dodgeball. A test of your reflexes. Thunk. That's the joke. Oh, you found the Mr. Popo button.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh god, that is disturbingly just disturbing. Never gets old.
Nope. I hate water puzzles. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. What's wrong with him? He took an entire gallon of LSD. No, literally, an entire gallon. Like from a milk jug. Kami, I need you to tell me that I can leave the lookout whenever I want to. Mr. Popo, you may leave the lookout whenever you... Bitch, don't tell me what to do! Yeah, how do all these squares make a circle? No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. And that one's still green!
How did we go into making LSD jokes?
Oh, no, that's from DBZ Abridged.
Oh, okay.
And so is the how do all these squares make a circle? That's Cell trying to build his arena, and he literally cuts up a bunch of squares and they make a circle. And even he's like, wait, that makes no sense. Are we talking about the Minecraft circles? No.
LSD.
Well,
Living
no.
square dicks.
No, I was quoting a bunch of Team 4-Star stuff. Alright, hang on a minute. Let's see, flip this. Okay.
Ow, my fucking dick!
There. Thanks, Grinex. And for those who don't know what that's from, that's a edit from, like, I forgot the name of the movie. That's where a bunch of turkeys are trying to stop Thanksgiving from happening. And it's a bunch of guys... Yeah. It's a bunch of guys in hazmat suits like, I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there. I'm not... Aw, sorry, bud. 2 weeks till retirement. Good luck. And then, of course, the guy gets his foot caught in the door, but someone replaced it with Jack Black going, ow, my fucking dick! So... It's a wish cache. You're a pain in the ass. You are a pain. Thanks, Bow and Terror. Yeah, wish caches were a pain in the ass in pro play for a while because it's a ground electric type.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Or is it
Why-
water?
why
Is it,
does-
or is it water and ground?
It's water and ground. How did you? What made you think it was ground and electric?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I made a mistake. Sue me. But the point is, because it's water and ground, it became like electricity wouldn't really work on it. It just did normal damage. And that means that
Water
water,
and ground means it's immune.
yeah, again, it wouldn't work. Your tactics wouldn't work on it. And it learns things like earthquake, hydro pump, and a bunch of other stuff, which is scary.
Tell me how it would do normal damage if it can't even take damage from electric.
Yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah, it's immune to damage, or immune to electric damage. Ow.
I can thank my friend for putting that in my server.
However, the one it may be immune to electricity. However, thanks to its typing, it has a giant ass weakness. If I recall, it's vulnerable.
Grass.
Yeah, to grass.
The only question is, do we use regular grass or do we use Tegrity?
No, I'm just gonna cut it with razor leaf until it stops moving.
Oh, nobody got the joke.
Gonna turn your whiskered ass into sashimi. Oh, enough with the earthquakes. How does the magnitude system work again? Like, if it's 10, it's like what, maximum damage?
I think so. And then 1 is like pussy shit.
Yeah. Right, Wishcash is dead.
Swampert, yeah, real nice. They totally look similar to one
Well,
another.
no, I said that because Dragonoid brought up that Swampert was OP in Hoenn, which, yeah, it was.
Like, it just sweeps so much of the game.
All right. So, I gotta get voltage back up.
Imagine a fire type that could learn fucking surf.
I mean, that'd be weird.
Yes, it would. It'd be pretty cursed.
It just steams up everywhere because like the water and fire don't mix.
Oh, so true.
Volcanion. What's Volcanion?
It's a good thing Charizard can't learn surf.
Wait,
it would just fucking die if it did.
Yeah, is Volcanion that weird moth?
No, that's Volcarona. Oh yeah, If Volcanion can't learn surf, that's stupid. It's the only fire-water type. Aside from Rotom, but that thing can't learn jack shit. It only gets overheat and it sucks. It's no wonder everybody used Rotom Wash. At least it got Hydro Pump.
Yeah, but in the Mystery Dungeon games, learning Overheat's awesome because Overheat, I'm trying to think if is it Overheat or Blast Burn that clears out entire rooms in the Mystery Dungeon games.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah, in the Mystery Dungeon games, Pokemon that have room clearing moves that hit everything in a room were extremely rare, but getting them would make things super easy, especially if it's a monster house, where Pokemon just drop from the ceiling and ambush you. Oh yeah, Guzzlord screaming. Yeah, just the ah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the Pokemon English dubs are pretty funny. Let us not forget like Regirock. Or Regigigas, who speaks English, but also talks weird.
Okay, now you've got me curious as to what Regigigas sounds like.
Regigig, giga. Ooh, ooh. And like it says its name like weird in reverse. Like it says it, reverses it, and it's all weird. It literally sounds like a computer shutting down sometimes. Yeah, like that. My favorite version of that is, is the shutdown sound followed by as someone falls over. I knew a guy on VR chat who had who used a cool little rigging thing where like his model would like play the piano, so you get that dun 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 dun, pop, and then it would flop over. Here comes a Azumarill. Which Azumarill, if built right, is scary tanky. However,
doesn't have
Thunderbolt.
huge
Well, it's
power
thunder,
yet,
not
does it?
thunderbolt, but still. Go ahead.
It doesn't have huge power yet, right?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's only like it's either Gen 5 or Gen 6 where it got it. I remember once I wanted to do a video on beating Pokemon Scarlet but I can only use normal type moves. It was a pain to say the least.
Why's that?
Let's just think about it. There are ghost types, obviously. There's a ghost type leader, and you want to know how many Pokemon can hit ghost types with normal type moves in Scarlet and Violet?
How many?
Exactly one. It's freaking Flamigo.
Oh. Huh.
There's a big ass problem with that though.
Yeah.
Doesn't really get good normal type moves for a while.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look up its moveset.
I've just made a mistake. I think I've made a mistake.
Oh God, what the hell did you do?
It's not what I did. It's what people are gonna notice I did. I think I might have made a mistake, but we'll see.
Oh God, what is it? What is it? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, you wouldn't, well, yeah, you couldn't see me do it, but if people start looking around, they'll see what I did. Let's just say I made things a little bit cheaper for people. This is going to be a mistake. But we'll see.
Get it!
Wait, hang on. That's weird. Hang on a sec, everyone. That's odd. Wait,
What are these pings?
what pings?
Oh, Discord pings. Ooh, okay.
Hang on a sec. It's weird. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a computer error. Hang on. Weird. Okay, I think we're good now. That was odd. Computer's over here saying, like, oh, you've been disconnected from stuff. No, my router's working just fine. So, don't know what I've been disconnected from exactly.
You've been disconnected from your ass.
Disconnected from life. I wish I could disconnect from life sometimes.
Okay. I found Flamigo's level up moveset. You ready to hear it now?
Sure.
You ready to hear it?
Sure.
So let's see. For normal type moves, it doesn't get an attacking. It doesn't get a proper attacking one until Feint at level 21.
What? Wait, so you don't get any combat moves till level 21?
No. You get combat. I'm talking specifically normal type moves because that's a
Oh.
challenge I tried to do.
Hmm.
I mean, I beat it, but like, yeah, like you want to know what it has to quote unquote deal damage until then?
What?
Copycat.
Oh.
So if you're, good luck. And
Yeah.
then it has to wait until 39 to get Mega Kick.
Huh.
Yeah. Thankfully, there are some normal type TMs they can learn, like Takedown and Facade, which is, well, that works fairly well. It can learn Sword Stance, which was very helpful. There's the obvious Terra Blast, which was extra helpful. I probably could have made use of Endeavor, to be honest.
There we go.
It gets Giga Impact, but yeah, right, I'm not learning that.
Yeah.
Now, like, obviously, if I wanted to try it again nowadays, I could probably try and catch a Hisuian Rowlet and transfer it over, because that thing can have Scrappy.
I'm kind of sad I'm kind of annoyed. Like, I like the Hisuian types we got, but then there are others where I'm like, some Pokemon could have used a Hisuian form. Like, I thought it would have been cool to see, like, a Hisuian Lucario. Because, like, if we were able to add, like, a Japanese flair to everything, we could have had, like, a wandering Ronin like Lucario or something. I don't know.
I was about to say it had Mega already, so it doesn't need a new form, but, like, that would have slapped.
Yeah.
I cannot lie, that would have
Yeah,
fucking slapped.
I would also add, until recently, since when did Nintendo care about Mega Evolutions? Like, it was a one game until, you know, with ZA coming out.
ZA.
Yeah, it's a one game gimmick.
Not anymore, technically two.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping this effectively becomes what Pokemon Z would have been. Like, maybe we'll finally learn what the fuck Zygarde was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just wow. I really don't understand what the hell happened to that character.
All right. We're almost to Crasher Wake.
Crasher Wake gonna be crashing out when he loses.
Probably. But I'm gonna have to. But I'm probably. But I need to make sure I don't use up all my thunder uses.
Thunder!
Thunder.
Thunder!
Thunder.
Please help!
Yeah. Well, Wingo's dead. All right, next. Shellos. Really? Really? Okay. Die.
No.
Yeah, the three Jin Pokemon are based off Raiden and Fujin. Raijin, Fujin, and then whatever the other one is.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, a Golduck. That's new. Alright. Hey, your sprite looks kind of weird, my guy. Looks a little like... I don't know, did they use all the pixels they could for you? Oh well. Ow, okay, I take it back, I'm sorry.
He's like, the fuck you say to me, you little shit!
Yeah, ow, I'm sorry.
Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. No, put quick access back to where it was. Okay, there we go. Good, good, good.
Oh shit, why does it know psychic moves?
I don't know, man. I really don't. Oh, that I just remembered in Pokemon Scarlet and in Violet. I just like I had like saved in Area 0 and left at some point. So the other day, one day I just like turned it back on. I look at what's around me. Not even 30 seconds later, a shiny Venomoth spawns right in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of the fastest shinies. That's probably one of the fastest shinies ever seen after loading up a game save.
All right, let's got that. I don't like that I had to use that, but it's the only one.
I had no boosters active, by the way.
Don't have any effect. Okay. Hang on. All right, I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna go fight Crasher Wake.
Crash out Wake.
Oh, that's true, Bow and Terror. I forgot because Psyduck has psychic abilities. Of course, Golduck would have psychic abilities.
Lamau.
All right, let's go. Look, I hate to break this to you, Crasher, but I've already beaten Maylene and Fontina. Yeah, this ain't gonna go the way you think it is. Case in point. Voltage. Oh no, waterfall. Whatever will I do?
That is literally what I called my Alolan Raichu in Sun.
Voltage.
Yep. Because I was terrible at names.
Oh look, Quagsire. Quack. And right, it doesn't work on you. All right, hang on.
I remember once when I tried the Pokemon TCG in middle school with some friends, I had this bootleg Wailord card that was... Wailord card, I mean, that was unreasonably overpowered. Like, it had attacks that, like, just dealt, like, fucking 200 and 300 damage.
Oh, for Pete's sake, it's gonna put me to sleep. Great.
So it just, like, you know, like, I was basically unstoppable because I had this cheap-ass tool. You ever played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game by chance?
Yes, I did. Also for a
Do
while.
you know how Judgment Dragon works?
Judgment Dragon? Yes, I do.
One of my friends had like a bunch of those fuckers. So, and he would somehow always get opportunities to just spam the living shit out of that thing and wreck everybody. And it was so goddamn infuriating. Like, it was just Judgment Dragon after Judgment Dragon after Judgment Dragon.
Yeah.
we didn't play by official rules always, but I think he might have been cheating because you shouldn't be able to have multiple Judgment Dragons on the field.
Yeah.
Considering you have to destroy all the other monsters on said side of the field, he was he was definitely cheating.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
And then, of course, I actually have it as a redeem. One of my redeems is there is no next turn, and it's from one of the Yu-Gi-Oh animes. I forget which one. I think it's Zexal, maybe. There is no next turn because what is it? Odd Eyes or On Eyes Raging Dragon can attack twice this turn.
Odd Eyes Red Dragon.
Yeah.
That's messed up. Reminds me, I just remembered about White Knight Dragon. That thing is pretty messed up.
Okay, it's Arc V. Thank you.
That thing is pretty messed up. It's just like, no, spell and traps don't work against it.
All right, I see people have realized what I've done. Oh boy.
What did you do?
Oh, I made it easier to make Morgana bigger.
How did I not notice?
Unfortunately, I don't know how. I can't do it like Inu does, where like the characters PNGs or something get bigger, but he doesn't need to adjust them that often. Sadly, I have to keep adjusting mine.
F.
You should ask Mike for help. Mike's here. Though he did say, "Good night, Gordon." He might have gone to bed. Hello, Gordon. You're using the same plugin as Inu does, then I am using the same plugin.
Hello there.
I'm literally using the thing Inu uses, like, because he's the one who showed me the hookups for it and everything.
Hello there. Hello
yeah,
there.
Hello there.
Freaking Obi-Wan.
There is no next turn!
Thank you, Red Mage. Alright, let's use an Awakening. Wake up!
Lamau.
Oh, I said goodnight, Gordon, because you were put to sleep. Oh. Hello, Gordon.
Hello there.
Anyway, we're gonna... Oh, hold on. Yeah, get your bites in, whatever. Now...
Suck.
There we go. Oh, that barely did anything. Huh. Okay. Oh, right, because it used... it's got Intimidate on it. Right. So all my physical moves do less damage.
Congratulations!
Right, let's see. Oh, shit. That was a bad idea.
What did you do? What the hell did you do?
Yeah, it knows Bite, which is... yeah, that was a bad
Oh,
idea.
no!
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Hang on.
If you let Morgana die, you're a disappointment.
I'm already a disappointment. I can't be more of one. Why are you getting so many crits, for God's sake? That's 3 in a row. Calm down.
What does this thing have against you? My God.
Yeah, I need a heal. Jeez. Yeah, I know we're probably going to lose Bingle, but eh. Alright. I only have one Pokemon left? Because we took out Quagsire and we're struggling. Gyarados is like beating the shit out of us, so. Yes, you know Waterfall. Got it.
F.
Bye-bye.
Major F.
Because you're a water flying type, this does quad damage. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye. Okay, look, I think you guys might need to, well, I would say calm down, but no.
Damn.
Like, you guys... Jesus, it's level 37. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Hang on. First of all, I gotta...
Oh my god!
Yeah, I gotta fix something real quick. Hang on, where is...
My guy, you are not getting past this. I am sorry.
Well, worth a try.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, Mike. It's I have the coordinates that it increases by. I just don't know why. Like it I guess it's because with Inus he does small increments. Mine are a little bit larger, so that might be why.
More dramatic.
Anyway, let's see. Right, we need to be able to hit. It's probably faster than. Ow, yeah, it's faster than me. Shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that's not good. I need time. That's gonna help. All right, I need time. Sorry, Staravia, but yeah, sorry.
L owner.
I'm doing my best.
Your best ain't working.
Problem is, it's just so damn fast. That's the thing. Since it's faster than me, it's always going to get a hit off first. So...
The pains of not playing enough.
Might need to move it by more in that case. Okay. You'll have to show me how that's done later, Mike. Because I think I've been doing everything right, but who knows. Anyway, y'all need to stop. If y'all can make her if you make her any more powerful, we might as well just go right to the Pokemon League and nuke everything. Yeah, I can take a brine hit. Can you take this? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not?
Let's see. Got it.
Hooray!
Is this Brine or Ice Fang? Yeah, it's Brine. Double the damage on a target with less than half their HP left. Alright, let's get to the Pokemon Center. I need it bad. Damn it, Barry! What? Listen, kid, I know your father. I won't deny that, but I don't recall ever taking you on as an apprentice. Not in the least. Besides, you two don't need me. You can become strong on your own without being my apprentices. And he's gonna go kick that Team Galactic Grunt's ass. I need to go to the Pokemon Center. Alright, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Snoodle will entertain all of y'all. You better do a good job.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I wish I had access to the OPS thing so I could just share some random crap. Oh, that would be so useful. But no. No, I don't, unfortunately. All I have are dumb little I can't. I don't have access to its controls. I can't grow Morgana. And I can't share my screen either, so I can't just draw her all big myself either. I wouldn't even be able to share it. I'm not good at. This is why I always have a friend with me whenever I record a YouTube video. I am terrible at solo commentary. Oh my god. Morgana's boobs are constantly jiggling. Please end my suffering. Someone just take a knife and stab me in the back with it, please. Not from the stream chat. What the hell are you talking about? I don't stream either. Hello, Petey. What are you doing? The doggy has come to play. She's both a nice blessing, the last big thing my aunt got for us before she passed, but she's also a fucking monster. Little booger likes to bite your hands when you're trying to play with her. That's for sure.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
How do you do, Chad?
I tried my best. Half of it was just me squealing like a little girl.
Ah. Well then, let's address the problem of this bomb, apparently. Is my new app... Oh, for Pete's sake. Don't forget I'm here too. Let's see. And there's the bomb.
Excuse me.
Hey, Meeps. Oh, well. I love how he's like...
You can barely see anything now.
I love how this guy is like, oh, I didn't set the bomb up. The bomb just got over there, and I was just told to press the button. All right, where'd he go?
Jesus Christ! One of my friends had to do a sink fix thing apparently, or okay. Quote: I had busted pipes in my kitchen sink, and I learned that the water heater was on its last legs. They got this fixed.
Oh.
It cost them over $5,000
To fix it? Jesus.
Yeah. My God, why is everything so expensive? Wait,
Because
oh wait, right, the water heater was part of it. That kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
there's also the fact that, remember, it's a specialized job.
True. My God, sometimes I'm unsure about what to do with my status as a questionable taste artist. Because like I am not ashamed of it, not even close. Like some of my closest, like pretty much all of my closest friends know I do this shit.
Yeah.
Even my gal knows I do it, and she says she's seen weirder. I mean, she literally likes to call herself a furry and likes to call me a fucking duck in Spanish.
Look, here's the thing. Everyone, all the things that people say, like, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, most people are always going to be like, yeah, no, I've seen weirder. Because there's so much weird shit on the internet or in other places. Trust me, being an artist or being an artist, like, it's like I told a friend of mine, being a furry artist or doing questionable artwork doesn't matter anymore. Like, for God's sakes, there are people who literally do OnlyFans and stuff like that. So again, not shaming them either, but again, like, it's when I joked, I was like, the standards mean nothing anymore because there's so many different things now. So
I guess it's more so like it's like, do I want to keep doing that after I become an industry artist by chance? It's more so like again, I have no issues with being known for it. But it's like, I don't want people to bring that up on my YouTube. I'm trying to keep that at least for general audiences.
But the other thing is that when it comes to the professional world, you don't want people to know you do that because they will definitely judge. So
yeah, that's a bit of a problem. If I can get to a point where I don't need to do that and can do more independent work in animations, I'm perfectly happy with that. I can absolutely keep doing what I'm doing right now and be happy with it.
Also,
but if I try to go into the industry, that could be a fucking problem. Even if I get a bachelor's degree.
Also, Dragonoid says, I would like to know how to say you're a fucking duck in Spanish, please.
I don't speak Spanish. Actually, I can see if my gal can translate it.
Also, what's that squeaking sound?
My dog playing with her toy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's another part of her being a little demon. She likes to tear out all the stuffing out of them.
Have you seen this? Have you seen the dog toy that, like, it's a little stuffed cactus, but if the dog tears it open, there's a sad little cactus seed inside?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's a stuffed cactus with a smiley face on it, and then if you rip the stuffing out of it, there's a sad little cactus seed inside.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This little demon Beatty right here probably did one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen a dog try and do, or at least, yeah.
Hi, Cynthia. Long time
You wanna
no
know what
see.
she tried and did?
Hold on. How's your Pokedex filling up? I came to research the folklore about the lake, but, well, it doesn't appear as if the lake's open to the public right now. Have you heard the folklore about it? They say there's an island inside the lake, and inside that lake is a mirage of a Pokemon. No one must enter the chamber of that Pokemon. Oh, that's right. I had to talk to you about something else. Is that your older sister? No. Well, there he goes. He's your friend. He's more impatient than he is energetic, isn't he? So, getting back to what I was started saying earlier. Have you seen the group of Psyduck on Route 210? Yeah, I remember that.
More like the group of me.
Yeah, that's right. By the cafe on Route 210. You've seen that group of Psyduck huddled with their heads in their, hands? Anyway, what you should do is use this medicine on the Psyduck. You're working on a Pokedex, so it'll be worthwhile for you. Got the secret potion. I went on a big adventure with a Pokedex when I was younger. I hope you get to meet every kind of Pokemon there is to see. It may help you with the secret of the Mirage Pokemon. See you later.
Goodbye.
Yeah. And she's gone. And she's gone.
I've seen my dog try and chew on a fucking rock.
That might be a medical thing. If she's chewing on rocks, then that's usually means
She's only ever tried it once. Ever. Yeah, don't worry, but like I used to. Give me a second.
Take your time. The Pokedex is full of Morgana. No, but if she keeps getting bigger, she could just, loom over gyms and make them give us the badges without a fight. I think Cheshire probably works for the Pokemon League. Doesn't want her getting too powerful. That's why he shrank her. Or, sorry, they. I don't know what everyone's genders are, so if I know, I say what I know. If not, it's they.
My aunt just dropped an entire plate of shit all over the kitchen. I gotta...
Yeah, go help with that. Yeah, go help with that. Becomes a whole... Oh, she would just scare the shit... She would just tease and scare the hell out of people at that point, Corvus. Remember, she doesn't like hurting people unless the mask is on. Otherwise, she's just out spooking and scaring people. Anyway. Conquest 2, Miss Magius. Alright, let's go find those Psyduck. They're over here, if I recall. Wait, aren't they? I seem to recall... Oh yeah, she said they're on 210, right? Yeah, there they are. Alright, beat it. Oh good, you used the potion I gave you. I want you to deliver this old charm to my grandma in Celestic Town. I know there's some rare Pokemon in between here and Celestic Town, so it'll be worth your while to go. Alright, and she said go to Celestic Town, which should be north of here, I'm betting. Yep. What? Oh, grass is too high. Grass is too thick, so we have to run through it. Funny thing about the bomb, they use the energy they gathered from the windmill. Well, if it didn't do a lot of damage, I'm guessing the bomb, they didn't get a lot of energy. Fingal. You need to get some experience. Come out here. Let's see. Got a hyper potion. Hopefully there's a mart. Oh, a scyther. Damn. Nice. Now you're dead. Well, not quite. Oh, wait, you're weak. Hold on. Hold on now. Come on. Shit. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Damn, come on. All right, you get one more, you damn bug. Stay in the ball, or I'm just gonna kill you. Stay in the ball. 2. All right, that's it. Kill it. Die.
Okay, well, that was a bit of a mini disaster.
Yeah, from what I heard, it sounded like it.
I thought I muted my mic.
Well, no, I mean before you left.
Yeah.
What you said.
Oh, yes, most definitely. It was absolutely just... My god, right? So my aunt was, like, cooking green beans, and then she, like, freaking... Like, ends up dropping the whole pan when she's trying to move it to the counter, and the green beans just go flying everywhere. And it makes the floor all super wet and slippery, and I almost fucking fall on my head.
Well, it's handled. What the? Is that a ninja kid? What?
Lamau.
Yeah, that is a ninja kid. I was just okay. Ninja kids, all right. Dead.
You are dead.
Yeah.
Not big surprise.
You are dead. Not big surprise.
Oh god, excuse me, Jesus. I am hoping eventually I can get to the point where I can get monetized on the YouTubes, because my god, the extra funds for college would be so goddamn useful.
If you want to do that, remember short form content and, short content, or, you need to, like, if you're going to make long videos, you need to make sure you grab people's interest right at the start.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to make sure that, like, because, like, in my Fortnite video for Chapter 6 Season 1, or as I like to call it, the Godzilla season, I made sure to throw in a hook that was, like, coming off, and it has snippets of all the incoming chaos.
Nice.
It has 500 views, which is somehow one of my best performing ones that isn't related to another content creator.
I also recommend doing YouTube Shorts, because my VOD videos basically get nothing, but my Shorts get a lot of attention.
Yeah, it's because today's attention span is about the size of a bagel.
Well, again, not a lot of people have time to sit down and watch a whole VOD.
Even then. Well, okay, fair.
Yeah, and with the short-term content or short-form content, that's me usually just talking, like, either it's clips from the streams or it's me talking about stuff that I like. Most of the time it's history stuff. However, even then there's a method to the madness. One thing I've learned, it doesn't matter how good your editing is, it doesn't matter how cool the stuff you do is, most people are not going to watch something that's over a minute long. So like one of my videos that or shorts I put a lot of time and effort into about Jan Žižka, didn't even get half of what my other ones have gotten. They have to be short, sweet, and to the point. So try to keep them under a minute.
Ay. My latest short was literally just, oh, I got the Darth Vader AI to say Godzilla by going into the dumb portal after beating him.
You know,
and it has 5,000 views. What the fuck?
Wait, you know that AI is basically done for now, right? Because of all the shit that it's been saying and what people have been recording. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but like at least Epic's got a super close eye on it. Like they patched that fucker like after only a couple hours. They were fast on it. And by that I mean I think it took like a couple hours for people to figure out they could make it do all this shit.
Yeah.
And then they patched it like immediately.
Yeah. It's still not
like,
cool.
Say what you will.
Still not cool though. Because I mean, James Earl Jones is like, that's his voice, and you're doing like weird shit with it. So
you do have to keep in mind that like he himself said this kind of thing is fine with him.
True.
Like for me, it's all up to like to like the voice's discretion.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, they said it's perfectly fine. So like I get like the moral implications, but like for a situation like this where it's like, yeah, no, everybody consents, including the family. I think it's all right. Like there's no need to blow a load over it.
Yeah. And Cheshire, I think the reason for that is because you're there. You're part of the stream, so it's something you want to pay attention to. With VODs, that's not the case.
Very, very true.
And it's all, I'm also paying attention to what Moo Clover said. She actually did a video on how to like, how to promote yourself and how to do streaming stuff. And she mentioned, she goes, remember, most of your attention is not going to come from streaming. It's going to come from your other stuff. They're not coming to watch you stream. They're coming to see you, and they're going to find out about you through other stuff, not your streaming. So that's why, even though I don't have work right now, I'm going to focus on, getting more clips, editing what I've got, and, doing that kind of stuff.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I don't really stream in the first place. Though most of it is because I straight up don't get to. Like, there's too much randomness in this family for me to really be able to do that consistently.
Understandable. Wish me luck in picking packs for the TCG Pocket. Good luck.
Good luck.
Let's test yours. Pick left or right and give me a number between 1 and 10. Left and 7.
My channel's... I feel like my channel's doing all right now. I mean, there's that short, and then my latest video from a couple weeks ago, the Mario Kart Wii hacking experience, it has 622 views so far. It's growing at a decent rate for my channel. It's actually well above average.
What you need to do is take clips.
Take little clips from it, and put it in short form. Yeah.
And then attach the video to it so people can go watch the full video if they want to.
I will make sure to do that. My uncle keeps telling me to do it, and I keep fucking forgetting.
Well, now you know.
Don't Lamau me!
I didn't say Lamau, I said now you know.
Oh. My disappointment is immeasurable.
And my day is ruined.
No. It's like, you're forgetting that, like, absurdly long pause. That's what really sells the joke.
Yeah, you're right.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined. Today's audience is like very short attention span, yeah, but like some of us are like in different positions. Like for me, like I'm in a spot where like sometimes my attention span is pretty short, but sometimes I just want slower content in general.
Yeah. Sorry to hear
Like
that.
sometimes I like the
Dragonoid.
fast-paced stuff, and sometimes I just want something more relaxing.
Yeah. Sorry, Dragonoid. I'm not the luckiest guy I'm not the luckiest imp. So if Amina was here, she's really lucky. So she could have given you a good one.
For my stuff, I'm trying to find this balance between like super hyper chaotic and you actually have time to process what's happening.
Mhm. Oh, speaking
What
of
I
that, I was gonna say, speaking of that, I don't. If you want to know something funny, I don't know if you've seen this yet or not. Have you seen the So you probably know, the Pokemon Company's been releasing a lot of life-size Pokemon plushes or like life-size Pokemon things.
Yes,
So-
that does sound familiar.
Okay, so to give you an idea, the Jolteon and Flareon ones are like somewhere between like 80 to
Hold on,
100.
hang on, give me a sec.
Sure. Well, I'll tell y'all, chat. The Jolteon and Flareon ones are like somewhere between $80 to $100. The Vaporeon one is $500.
Can you restart that? Sorry,
said,
my mom lost it.
What I was saying was that with the new plush, the new life-size plushes, the Flareon and Jolteon ones are relatively inexpensive, like 80 to $100, something like that. The Vaporeon one is $500.
What sense does that make?
It's because of the meme, Noodle.
What meme?
Oh no. Hold on, time the fuck out. Are you kidding me? You don't know the Vaporeon meme.
No, there's quite a lot of stuff I actually don't know about.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like where this is going.
The Vaporeon copy pasta? Please tell me you're joking.
I have not heard of a Vaporeon copy pasta. Oh,
Don't.
Oh, God.
No. Let's just say that, yeah, I'm with Bo and Tara. I'm going, don't look that up. Just don't look it up. And I'm just going to tell you right now that it's bad. It's bad. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it spread so quickly that I'm not surprised that the Pokemon Company has put their foot down on it. So, let me put it this way, Noodle. If any of your friends or anyone approaches you with the sentence, "Hey guys, did you know," and it's Pokemon related, get away. Just get away.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Thanks for that. You've made me properly disturbed.
yeah. It's worse than the fandom's hard-on for Gardevoir and Lopunny. It's worse.
Hard.
It's worse.
Oh, I know. It's just the terminology. Like sometimes you get me to laugh just from the way you say something.
Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Before I go, there was one more thing I wanted to mention. It was actually a way someone described Lopunny, or sorry, Mega Lopunny. I'm going to see if I can find the video of it. Let's see. Because the way he summarized it was great. Yeah, here it is. The quote from him describing Mega Lopunny is, he goes, Mega Lopunny has decided it's kick some ass o'clock and you've got the first appointment.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, and here's another fun fact. I don't know if you know this one. Yeah, it's Skyen. Thank you, Bo and Terra. Did you know? No, it's not. I'm not quoting the copy pasta, but here's the thing. Every Pokemon that you catch in all the games, when you catch it, starts at friendship 50. It goes from 0 to 100. All the legendaries, not all of them, but most of, if not all, they start at 0. Because
That I know.
Yeah. Do you know what normal Pokemon starts at 0?
No.
Baneri. Baneri fucking hates you when you first catch
Of all
it.
the Pokemon, why Bunary?
Good question. I don't know. Like Dragonoid says, Lopunny has the rage of an imprisoned god, and Mega Lopunny has unleashed that rage. That's probably why. But Neri just has locked-in rage. Oh, it makes sense in context. I can explain. All right, go ahead, Lich King. What is it? Megalopony is jazzercise core. I mean, no, it's boxercise. Kickboxing.
Jazzercise sounded funnier.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it takes a long time to actually get a rabbit to trust you in real life. Ah, that makes sense, actually. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
I guess it's convenient timing stream is ending because I actually got to head out myself.
Okay, you go ahead and head out. I gotta do some last minute things, so.
All right. I'll catch you another time.
Yep.
It was good
see you.
being
They
here.
like chihuahuas,
All right,
but Neri
talk
has
to
a
you
high
later.
concentration of anger relative to body size.
Let's see. Gotta make sure that I gotta adjust Morgana real quick. No. I don't even know. Oh, let's get rid of that. Hang on, everybody. There. Can I get to her now? No. No, where? What happens when you have too many, you got too many things on your OBS? Let's see, where is it? One second, everybody. Because I need to get her, I need to make sure she's like, you know, that she's actually like, you know, back in proper place. Because otherwise we won't be able to find her later. Where's my thing here? Hang on a sec. I've almost got it. Let's see. Let me just. May have to make some adjustments real quick. For Pete's sake. Gotta make sure all these are locked. All right, now I should be able to move her around, I think. I hope. She's not broken, it's just her box got moved around. You ever sneeze so hard your back pops? Yes, I have. Oh, the pixels got messed up. Like let's see. Ah, there we go. Do I have it now? Yeah, I got it now. There we go. Let me just. Yeah, oh yeah, they got really messed up. Hang on. What's the Pokemon equivalent of saying Jesus Christ? Holy Arceus. Or Holy Arceus. Basically the 40k equivalent of saying by the Emperor. All right, got it. Okay, she's good now. All right, that's going to do it, everybody. Hope you all had a good time tonight. As always, I do my best to entertain, but as always, I've been Zaruk Windcaller. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to entertain all of you. Hope you all have a great time. I will see you all tomorrow for Dragon Quest. Love you all, and have a good one. Bye-bye.